Hello, good afternoon to all of you. Today I'm sending this video to give some instructions to the monthly evaluation which will be held in June for starters. Everybody know that you all get a paper in each and every month. So I'm going to tell what are the areas that you want to go through before your exam. So especially there are three parts in your paper. You know about it. So I'm going to explain what are the 3 points that you have to face in your exam. First one is listening, and then next one is reading and writing, and the speaking. So those are the 3 parts that you have to face in your exam. So now I'm going to show you a paper to explain about your examination. Yes, this is the starters listening paper. In here you can see it. There are 20 questions for the starters for their listening paper, and you will get 25 minutes for your exam for your listening paper. So this is your listening paper. So let's go to the part 1. Here, this is the part 1. Here you can see the part 1 in here, and in here when we are talking about part 1, we have to listen and draw lines. When the listening is playing, you have to recognize the names with the people and you have to draw lines. Here there are 7 names in here. Let's see: Mark, Eva, Dan, Alice, Grace, Nick, and Alex. So there are some people also in this picture, and in here you have to recognize the correct person with the correct name. In here they have given you an example. Here they have drawn a line mark to this boy who is fishing in the lake. So likewise, you have to find out the correct person with the correct name. You have to match five uh, 5 people in this part. So this is the part 1. So let's move to part 2. Yes, this is the part 2. In here, part 2, you have to read the questions. First, you have to read the questions. Then after that, listen and write a name or a number. Here, you have to listen it very carefully and you have to write a name or a number for the questions. Here, they given you 2 examples in here. First example is, what is the boy's name? In here, they are asking the name of the boy. So they given as the Tom. So you have to write the name as also the Tom. So that's the first one. So let's move to the next one. The second one is, how old is he? In here, they ask him the age. So it will be a number. So you have to write the number by listening the audio. So likewise, you have to do the part 2. In part 2, you have to face for the 5 question. There are 5 questions in here. 1 to 5. There are 5 questions. So in here, first you have to read the questions very carefully, and after that you have to listen the audio very carefully and write a name or a number. So that's the part 2 of starters listening paper. Let's move on. Next one. Part 3. This is the part 3 of your paper. In here, I know you know about the structure very well. So this is just for the explain about it again for you all. So in part 3, in here, they given you 3 pictures like this. They given you 3 pictures like this, and they given you a question also in here. In part 3, you have to listen and tick the box. You have to listen the track very carefully, and after that you have to find the correct picture and put a tick. In here, the question is, which is Kim's bag? So you have to find the correct bag. Then after that, you have to put a tick by listening. In here, it's an example that given you. Likewise, there are 1 to 5 questions. So like this, you have got 5 questions. So you have to listen it very carefully and you have to find out the correct answer. Then you have to put a tick for the correct answer. I think you all understood what I tell you. So let's move to next one. Yes, next one is part 4. This one is the last part. Here, this is the last part of your listening paper. In part 5, the picture. There's a very beautiful picture in here. In here, you have to color the objects that they given you. You have to color the objects. Okay. So you have to listen it very carefully. It means you have to listen to the audio very carefully. And after that, you have to color the objects that they are telling. You have to color the objects within the correct color. You have to find out the correct color and color the objects. So that's the end of the listening paper. So in listening paper, you have got only 4 parts. Here like this, I'll show you it again. This is the part 1. In here, you have to find out the correct person with the correct name and you have to draw lines in the part 1. Then when we are going to part 2, in here, you have to listen it very carefully and you have to write a name or a number for each questions. You have got 1 to 5 questions. Then after that, you have to listen it and write the answers in here. Then we are going to move to next one. Here, this is the part 3. In part 3, you have to listen it very carefully and find the correct picture. They gave you 3 pictures like this, and they will ask some questions from you also. Then you have to read the questions and find out the correct picture. So that's the part 3. You have to find out the correct picture and put a tick in part 3. Here, likewise, there are 5 questions. When we are moving to next one, it's the last part of your listening paper. Okay, here this is the part 4. In part 4, there is a very nice picture. So in here, you have to color the objects by the listening to audio with the correct color. Okay, in here, you have to take out your color pencils and color the objects. That's all in your listening paper. So let's move to our writing paper. When starters writing paper, when we are doing our writing paper, in here there are 25 questions for you all. How many questions for the listening paper? You have only 20 questions, but in reading and writing paper you have 25 questions. Okay, and you have only 20 minutes. For there are 25 questions, you have only 20 minutes. Here you will need a pen or a pencil. Most of students can use pencils, okay, because if you have written a wrong answer, you can erase it and write it again with a pencil. So let's move to your writing paper. In writing paper, there are 5 parts. So this is the first part in your writing paper. In here, reading and writing paper, this is the part 1. So here let's see. Look and read, put a tick or a cross in the box. There are 2 examples. In here, in writing paper part 1, they are already given you the pictures like this. Okay, they gave you the pictures, and also there's a sentence also. Here, for when we are reading this one, this is a food. So this is the sentence. This is a food. If this is a food, you can put a tick. If it is not a food, you have to put a cross. Likewise, here, this is a picture of a food. No? Then we have to put a tick because that sentence is correct. Now, the sentence is correct. We have to put a tick. If the sentence is wrong, we have to put a cross like this. Let's move to next example. Here, this is pictures about guitars. No, there are 2 guitars. So let's see. These are pianos. These are pianos. Are these pianos? No, these are guitars. No. So is this correct? No, this is wrong. So we have to put a cross like this here. Likewise, there are 1 to 5 questions. Here, there are 1 to 5 questions. So you in here, part 1, Pudha, everyone, please read it very carefully. Here, this is a train. So the picture is also about a train. So that answer is correct. The sentence is correct. So we have to put a tick. Likewise, you have to read these sentences very carefully, and then next one about the pictures, you have to check the pictures with these sentences. If the sentences are pictures matching, you can put a tick. If they are not matching, you have to put a cross. So that's the part 1. Okay, then let's move to part 2. In here, part 2. This is the part 2. You have got a picture like this. I hope you can see the picture. So this is the picture in part 2. Like this, you have already got a picture in your paper also. So in here, look and read. Look and read. Write yes or no. Write yes or no. First, you have to look this picture. Okay, then let's see what are the 2 examples. Here, a young child is waving. A young child is waving. So that's the sentence. A young child is waving. Is that correct or wrong in here picture? You can see it. No? The boy is waving his hand. No? In here like this. Yes, then that sentence is correct. Then what you want to write here? That one is correct. Then you want to write yes in here. Y-E-S. Yes. Then next one, the woman's bag is in her hand. The woman's bag is in her hand. Is that correct? The woman's bag is in her hand. Yes, this is the hand. No, this one is called as shoulder. No, this is the shoulder. So that one is wrong. Hand is this one. So that one is wrong. So you have to write no because it's wrong. The bag is on her shoulder. So it's no. Answer is no. You have to write no. N-O. Likewise, Buddha, you have to face uh, to 5 questions. 1 to 5. There are 5 questions, so 1 to 5. There are 5 questions. So please read these sentences very carefully and check it from this picture. If the sentences are correct, you have to write yes. But if they are not correct, if they are wrong, you have to write no in here. So that's the part 2 in our writing paper. Let's move to our part 3. Here, this is the part 3. Okay. In here, look at the pictures. Look at the letters. Write the words. They already given you the letters also. And also the picture. No? Picture and the letters. Both are given. But we have to write it correctly. So in here, most of vocabulary words are coming from your pasting book. Okay, it's coming from your pasting book. So everyone please study your pasting book because there are lots of words. We have did it in classroom. So please study the older words which we have did in our book. Okay. So let's say the first one. Yeah, this is an example they given you. Yeah, this is a picture of a line. Here they given you the some letters also. So we can write lime, lime, L, 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 I, M, E, M, E, L, I, M, E. That's lime, lime. Okay, lime. Likewise, they have given you 5 pictures, 5 fruits in here. And also they have given you the letters to write it down in here. Okay, so if you can write, you have to write it in here. So if you want to score more marks, you have to study all the words which we did in pasting book. Okay, so you have to find out the correct name for the each fruit, and you can take the letters from this one and you can write it down in here. Okay, likewise there are 5 questions, 1 to 5. Okay, there are 5 questions, so you have to write the correct name in here. So that's the part 3 of our writing paper. Let's move to next one. It's our part 4. Here, this is the part 4. Here, read this. So you have to read this because they have already told you to read this. No? Then you have to read this. Then choose a word from the box. You have to choose a word from the box. Write the correct word next to numbers 1 to 5. There is one example. They have already given you an example in every part. So you have to read this para very carefully. After that, you can take the answers from here. Here you can see here. Yes, it's about a chair. So this paragraph is about a chair. No, it's a small paragraph. So it's about a chair. Let's say chair have 4 space. Chairs have 4. chair එකකට තියෙනවලු 4 හතරක් මොනවද? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they? Legs. Yes, legs. In here, from these pictures, you can take the answers. Here, example, this one. Legs, dinner, tablet, book, arm, kitchen, motorbike, rug. Likewise, they already given you the some words in here with the pictures. So please read this paragraph very carefully, and after that you can find out the words from here. Okay, like this. In here we found the answer as legs. We can take the answer from here. So likewise, you can write the answers for the 1 to 5 questions. There are 5 questions. Read the paragraph very carefully. Then you have to write the words for the missing places. Okay, missing words. You have to write the missing words in these places, which taken by here. මෙන්න මෙතනින් අරගෙන පුතේ ඔයාලට පුළුවන් මේ paragraph එක read කරලා answers ලියන්න. Okay, for that is the part 4 in our starters reading and writing paper. Okay, then let's move to next one. Here, this is the part 5. Oh, in here also, there's a picture, no? Very nice picture. Here, let's see. Look at the picture and read the questions. Write one word answer. Then you had to write only one word for your answer, no? Look at the picture and read the questions. Look at this picture and read these questions. And after that, you have to write one word answer. Only one word answer. Okay, so it will be very easy for you all. Here, this is the picture. Let's check the examples. There are 2 examples. Let's see. Which animal is drinking? Which animal is drinking? The who is drinking? Here, drinking. Only this animal, no? Drinking. He is drinking water in here. So who is drinking? The hippo. Here, the answer is hippo. Likewise, let's see the next one. What are the children doing? What are the children doing? So, the question is, what are the children doing? These are the children. What are they doing? They are painting. No, they are drawing a picture. So, we can say painting. Yeah, painting. Answer is painting. Likewise, you have to write for these questions or this question also. Here, question number 1. Who is wearing a hat? Who is wearing a hat? Who is wearing a hat in here? Who is wearing a hat? This boy, no? Yes, he is wearing a hat. Then who is wearing a hat? A boy. Yes, in here we can write the boy. The boy. So that's the answer for this question. Likewise, you have to read the questions here. And these 2 questions are from this picture. Okay, these 2 questions are from this picture. So you had to read these questions and find out the correct answer. Find out the correct answer and you can write it down in here. So read the question, then write it here. Read the question, write the answer. Okay, likewise, you want to do number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 4 and 5, you had to take the answers from this picture. Okay, 2 and 3, this picture. 4 and 5, this picture. Okay, that's very simple. So this is the end of your writing paper for you. For the starters, let's see it again. Here, here this is the part 1. Sorry, this is the part 1. In part 1 you had to read and put ticks or cross. Then there are 5 questions. You had to read down 5 questions and put ticks or cross. Then next one is part 2. In part 2 also you had to read the questions here like this. Yes, read the questions and you had to write yes or no. Then next one is part 3. In part 3 you have to study your pasting book. Please, every student study your pasting book, okay? It's compulsory. So please study your pasting book. Here in part 3 you have to write the names, no? For these pictures, write the names for these pictures. And they are already given you the letters also. So it will be very easy for you all. The next one is part 4. In part 4, here this is the picture that they are telling. So this is the picture. So this is the paragraph. So these are the answers you can take from. Here you first read this paragraph very carefully. Read one by one and find out the answers from here. Please read it very carefully. Then you can find the correct answer very easily from this box. Okay. So when we are going to our last part, part 5, in part 5, you have to study about this picture. Then you can write the answers for these questions. Okay, here read this question and find out the answer from this picture. Then write in here. Let's go to next one. In here, there's also a picture like this. Then please read the questions and write the answers by looking this picture. And in here also you had to look the picture. Then you had to read these questions and write the answers. So that's our reading and writing. For these all questions, you have only 20 minutes, okay? That's your reading and writing paper. Then let's move to our speaking part. Yes, in here, these are the object cards. Here, can you see the object cards? Speaking? Yes. Here, these are the object cards. You have got 8 object cards in each exam. Okay. Then you have to cut it down. In here, you can, for this exam, you can cut 3 practice book, test 1. Please cut those pictures and join for your exam. Okay. So it will be very easy for you. Here, they given you 8 pictures for the speaking session, for the speaking. So in here, you want to find out what is this? They ask in the question, what is this? So what is this? This is a, what is this? This is a clock. What is this? This is a clock. If the examiner asks you from you, what is this? What you want to say? You want to say, this is a clock. Likewise, you have to find out the pictures. It means find out the object cards and tell them. Yeah, let's say this one. What is this? This is a shell. This is a shell. What is this? What is this? This is a book. Sorry, they are showing this page, okay? This one, not the book, this one. What is this? What is this? This is a page. This is a page. Let's move to next one. Who is this? Who is this? This is a fish. This is a fish. Next one. What is this? What is this? This is a pen. This is a pen. Okay. Let's go to next one. In here, there are two. Okay, so we can't ask what is this? What are these? What are these? What are these? So you can't say this is. Why? Because there are two. So what you want to say? You want to say these are. What you want to say? These are. These are eyes. These are eyes. These are eyes. Okay, what are these? These are eyes. These are eyes. Okay, likewise you want to say. Let's move to next one. Who is this? Who is this? This is a bear. Who is this? This is a bear. Next one. What is this? What is this? This is a guitar. What is this? This is a guitar. Okay. Likewise, you have to find out the correct words with the correct object cards. And you have to say like that. Okay, clear? I hope all the students clear. Okay, then let's move to scene card. Here, this is the scene card. Yes, this picture we call as scene picture, scene card. Okay, scene picture. So in here, this is a picture about outside, no? It's about outside picture, the garden. So the girl is waving her hand to the crocodile. The crocodile also waving his hand for the girl. This girl is reading a book. This woman is reading a book. There are 3 glasses on the table. It's a sunny day. There is a blanket. Okay, in here, in scene card, we are using objects cards for in here. The examiner says to you all, keep the card next to the ball. As example, we take from here. Read. Yes, in here we take the object card fish. Okay, we are going to take the object card fish. Now you have the object card fish with you. Okay, yes. Now the examiner telling you keep the fish next to the ball. Keep the fish next to the ball. Next to the bowl. So where do you want to keep? You want to keep the fish in here. Okay? Keep the fish in here. It means next to. Next to. එහා පැත්තෙන්. බෝල් එකට එහා පැත්තෙන් තියන්න පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ fish object card එක. Okay? Likewise, you want to keep it like in here. If the examiner says keep the object card fish on girl's head who is waving hand, keep the object card fish where the girl who is waving her hand. So who is the girl waving her hand? This one, no? Then where do you want to keep? On the head. On the head. Then you want to keep the object card fish in here. On means mother. So you have to keep it in here, mother. Okay. The likewise, you have to study the prepositions. We have pasted it also in our pasting book. Where is the monkey? Can you remember? In our pasting book? Yes. There are also prepositions. So please study your prepositions for your speaking session. Okay. So it will be very easy for you all. So please study the prepositions for your speaking session in here. So that's the end of our speaking session. So you have to keep the object card in correct place. Okay. So those are the three parts that we have to face in our standards examination. First one is listening, then reading and writing, then speaking. So likewise, please study all the points that I told you. Okay, so I hope most of students can understand what I'm tell you about your exam. So that's the end of our explanation. So I hope most of students can understand. So I'm going to end from here. Good luck for your exam. Do your best for your exam and goodbye.